everybody? It's the 13th Wolfman. Today is day 5 of the 30 days half New-vember. 30 days half New-vember. So I came up with this challenge. Watch a new movie you've never seen. When I say new, I mean new to you. It doesn't mean it has to be from 2020, 2021. It just has to be a new title that you've never seen or heard of. So you watch it as long as it's not in your collection or part of your collection. Borrow it, rent it, stream it, DVR it, cable, whatever. As long as it's not part of this. Now there are a few people doing this along with myself. There's the one and only MSJ, Brother Max. Go over to Brother Max, sub him, like him, subscribe, And there's Retro Horror. Retro Horror is this great guy, and you'll want to go over there and sub him. I mean, the guy's a vast amount of knowledge when it comes to just about anything. So go that way. Always like, subscribe, share, and comment here. When you like the video, it goes out to more people. When you subscribe, hit the bell, ding the bell, ring the bell. That way you'll be notified anytime I put something new up. And comment. I always want to know what you have to say. What's today's movie? Today's movie is called Oregon Trail from 1959, starring Fred MacMurray and John Carradine. Being from the Pacific Northwest, I thought, hey, it'd be cool to watch a movie about the Oregon Trail. And so I set the DVR up to record it. It did. And now I'm getting around to watching it. Fred MacMurray is, to most people know Fred MacMurray as the father on My Three Sons. And some people might know him from, like, the Absent-Minded Professor, and stuff like that. But, he had a pretty good career before he, fell into the TV, when I say fell, that's not a bad thing. He had a good career. Now he's doing TV, because I guess that's what he wanted to do. But so the Oregon Trail, it's 1846. Fred MacMurray's playing a reporter from New York who is told to, join up with the people going out to Oregon on the Oregon Trail and prove that President Polk is sending along troops, U.S. Army troops, dressed as settlers to strengthen our claim on the Oregon Territory. Turns out that the British wanted the Oregon Territory, and Polk was just making sure that if anyone tries to canoodle their way into stealing the Oregon Territory from the Americans, we had troops there to make sure it didn't happen. But it just seemed kind of low and dirty to disguise them as settlers, which they weren't. Along the way, Fred MacMurray meets a vast variety of characters, including one of my favorite character actors, John Carradine, who's a man who's got his mission is to take apple trees out to the Northwest and plant them. And he has like 6 specimens, and he's watering them daily, and he's making sure that they make the trip. I've always liked John Carradine. John Carradine is one of these guys that shows up in movies from time to time, and you're just kind of like, oh, this is cool, we're going to have a good time. And he's got this very, very loud, even though it's not meant to be that way, but a very loud, boisterous voice, and but it's good. I don't know. I like John Carradine. So getting back to the movie, Fred MacMurray joins up with the wagon train, and right away he's in a scuffle with this guy with a whip who just thinks he's the end all be all, and they get into a scuffle, they get into a fight, and when it's over, what had happened is the guy with the whip was driving this wagon, and he hit another wagon. He busted their wheel off, and he was drunk, and he just kind of like when the people that own the wagon said, "You gonna pay for it?" He's just kind of and so Fred McMurray, kind of slides in there and says, "No, you're gonna honor the fact that you busted up their wagon." And next thing you know, they're into a fight, and when the fight's over, he winds up paying for it. He gets some clothes, he gets some gear. I thought it was weird because he stops at the general store after that fight, and the guy at the general store is like, "Well, you're going to need some shirts." He's got 2 satchels, right? And I'm like, "So what's in the satchels if he needs shirts?" He's like, "You need shirts, you need this, you need this." And it's like, okay, it's 1846. All shirts are pretty much made the same. I mean, it's not like they had the idea of what wicking was back then, And on the way out to Oregon, they come across a lot of challenges. They hit a drought. They come across Indians. Everything. And I mean, it's an interesting movie. Was it a great movie? No. There's a few plot points, I wouldn't say plot holes, but there are definitely plot points that could have been expanded on to make the movie a little more understandable, because the guy with the whip winds up being captured by the Indians at some point, and I don't remember ever seeing that happen. But when they walk out to an Indian reservation, he's tied to the ground. It's like, who caught him? Why is he there? There was a few little things that you're just kind of like going, when did that happen? And what's going on over here? So, is it a great movie? No. Was it a good movie? Yes. Would I add it to my collection? Probably not, but I did enjoy it. And that's all I can say about the Oregon Trail. Don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a Western, and I like Westerns. It had John Carradine in it and Fred McMurray, so I like that. But, yeah, it's an okay movie. As always, I am the 13th Wolfman. That's right. I'm on the prowl.